Today I'm going to share with you my confidence story. When I was younger, I was a total loner. I dressed like a boy. I always wanted to hide. Being bullied was like the most common thing that was going on in my life. It got so normal to me that being bullied was a normalcy. I know it's so sad, but it was normal to me. Like, I understood that people didn't like me. I accepted that. Hated so much and you're bullied so much, there comes a point where you have to realize that, oh, okay, maybe I should change something because maybe I don't want to be bullied so much. Maybe I want to change that. So I decided to change it, and one of the ways I decided to change it was I started to do or avoid doing the things that they made fun of me for. I stopped dressing like a boy, or I started to socialize more, and I was like trying to come out of my comfort zone so they would stop bullying me. I thought that was the solution, and it ended up being not the solution. It ended up working against me, and being somebody who I really wasn't created people to bully me even more. It was an emotional process in my life, and I was going through a lot. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of you go through that, where you just go through this phase where you don't even know who you are, who you want to be, and it really does affect your self-confidence. In high school, I came to a realization, kind of like an epiphany. Like, I realized that no matter what I did, people were gonna hate me. They were gonna hate me for anything. So I accepted that. And then I went ahead and started to be myself. I said, screw everyone's stupid comments, everyone's mean stuff that they say. Like, why can't I just be myself? What's wrong with just being me, Runa? I basically started to love myself, which was a process, but it began to happen. Then something amazing happened. The most amazing thing that could ever happen. People started to like me. The bullying never stopped. It just reduced. And my understanding towards bullying kind of changed. Like, understand how to not personalize anything that anyone said to me that didn't cater to my confidence. I know it's very self-centered in a way, but it was my way of protecting myself from all the hurtful comments that would come my way. Eventually, bullying did reduce, but it never did stop. But how I started to look at bullying and how I started to explain it to myself so it never hurt my self-confidence was that I looked at the bully or the person that said something mean to me, and I looked at them and I thought, why would somebody say something so mean? Why would this person do this? And then I realized that, you know what? It's not me. I'm not the problem. There's something that's going on in this individual's life that is making this individual so unhappy, and they're just taking it out on me. And then I just looked at it in a positive note, and I just decided to give them a prayer and hope that they one day find happiness, and the hate that they have within would stop for them. Because I know as much pain as they're inflicting on me, I know they're feeling just as painful in the inside for themselves. And that's how I was able to explain bullying and no longer personalize it. That's one of the things you guys definitely want to stop doing, is when people are mean to you and say mean things to you and try to break you down, break your confidence down, never personalize it, never put it onto yourself, never take it as it's about you. You know, take the time to actually reflect and think, you know, is that what they're saying, is it even really real? Do they have any depth to it? Is there any real meaning to it? And then, you know, most of the time you're gonna see there's really no meaning to it. It's just, sometimes it's crazy. People just feel better when they make others feel worse about themselves. I don't know why it makes them feel better, but trust me, a normal person, someone who is really happy and enlightened inside, wouldn't hurt other people like that. So majority of times, someone who's hurting you is obviously hurting inside themselves. Unfortunately, that really high boost of confidence that I had in high school ended up dying out in my adult life. In my adult life, I went through a phase where I completely lost myself. I went from being a size 10 and a toned body to being a size 24, which is one of my largest sizes. I was a size 24. And at this point in my life, I felt very depressed because it seemed like throughout society, people that were surrounded by me, they made me feel like it was a crime, it was a sin to be fat, to gain weight, to go through a phase in your life where you just kind of lost control. I was in a phase in my life where I just lost control over who I was, what I was, and trust me, nobody was merciful towards me. Everybody was just as hard as me, even more harder on me. Even my own parents were hard on me. Yet everyone said hurtful comments, everyone said hurtful things, and they always ended it with, oh gee, we're just trying to help you, we're very concerned. But it's so funny, like those concerned comments never did anything for me. Instead, what it made me do was go hide and eat and, you know, live in my sorrow. And what did I do with my sorrow? I ate to comfort myself, to make myself feel better. You know, ice cream was like my most popular love, because I was more happy eating ice cream and comforted eating ice cream, because I just couldn't deal with the hurtful comments that were coming in, you know. Oh, Rena, you're fat. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. You know, I became a joke to people, and that's hurtful, and it hurts a lot, because, you know, there's a lot of things that people have that I could joke about too, and I could say mean things to them too. But then it also reminds me, like, why would I say mean things to them to make myself feel better? How am I any different than them? So what I did is I eventually stopped feeling sorry for myself, and I picked myself back up, and I told myself, you know what, I'm going to redevelop that confidence I once had. Yes, I lost myself. Yes, things went the wrong way for me, and I did not know who I was at this point in my life. You know, I was like 18 or like 20 years old, and I just was lost. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to build my confidence again, and I'm going to do what it takes to gain that confidence. So one of the things that I did is I took a little a card, and I put "Love Runa" on it. And I put that card in my wallet, in my purse, and I always looked at it, and I reminded myself that I have to love myself, I have to appreciate myself, I have to respect myself. And that was the constant reminder that I did. I think sometimes people, when they come and see me on my blog or my social media, they get confused. They think I was just born with confidence. No, I was not born with confidence. I worked on my confidence. I work on it every single day. I'm always reminding myself of what I am, who I am, what I want to be, what I want to stand for, why I want to stand for this. So I don't want anyone to think that it just kind of came to me, or I was born with confidence. I really wasn't. I developed confidence, and it was almost a reason for developing the confidence was because I just was brutally like judged every moment of my life. So I had to build that exterior of thick skin and build that self-confidence, or else I was going to be lost, and I was going to be one of those people who just couldn't like live in this world. And I just couldn't be that person. I couldn't allow myself to be the person who hides in the back because I'm ashamed of myself, because I shouldn't be ashamed of myself. Nobody should be ashamed of themselves. Everyone should be proud of themselves. And that's just how I felt. So if you're out there and you're having issues with confidence and you're watching this video, I just want you to know that every day you have to remind yourself of the confidence. You have to remind yourself of who you are, what you stand for, and you need to be proud of yourself, and you need to know that there is nothing wrong with being who you are. There is nothing wrong with liking the things that you like, dressing the way you want to dress, doing your hair the way you want to dress. There's nothing wrong. There is no guidelines. Follow what you want to follow. Be who you are. Trust me, people will appreciate you way more for being yourself than being anybody else. I do still have a weight problem. However, I know how to deal with it now. I know how to deal with the emotional part of being, you know, an overweight person or a fat person in this society. I know how to deal with it. I know how to combat the ill comments. I know how to deal with the comments. I know where it's coming from. I know why people don't understand what it's like to be fat and wanting to look nice and still wanting to do the things that you want to do. I understand that. I now know how to deal with it. And the one way that I deal with it is I just ignore it, because I'm unapologetic. I don't need to apologize for being fat. I don't need to apologize because I decide to dress a certain way. I don't need to apologize because I don't have a six-pack. I am me, and I'm shameless about it. I'm me, and I'm chubby, I'm overweight. Yeah, so what? I'm working on my weight. I'm working on losing weight. But right now, in this phase of my life, in this time of my life, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be breathing. So I'm not going to sit here and apologize for how I am or what I am. Glambyruna basically stands for, yes, I don't fit into the beauty standards of society, the things that society says is beautiful, but I don't care if I don't fit into it. I still think I'm a woman. I think I deserve to live. I think I can present myself the way I want to present, whether it's beautiful, whether it's ugly, whatever way I want to present myself. I decide I'm the one who decides how I'm going to present myself. And I also believe that for you guys present yourselves how you want to present yourselves. Never apologize for being who you are and what you are. Also, remember, one day I might be a size 2, one day I might be a size 3, one day I might be a size 4 or 5. I don't know. But I know also that even when I'm at that ideal size or that ideal beauty standard, I'm never going to fit in. Why? Because everyone's going to find a reason for me not to fit in, or people are always going to find a reason to criticize me. The most beautiful women in the world are criticized constantly. Victoria's Secret models are always criticized, and they fit that ideal standard, and still they're criticized for something. It's a really, really crucial. I mean, it's a really cruel world where even when you're perfect, you're still not considered perfect, or even when you're the worst, then you're considered something great. I don't know. It's just a confusing world, and the only way to stay real to yourself in this world is by just being true to yourself. Basically, I'm Runa, and I'm happy to be me. I'm happy to be Runa, and I'm basically a female living in today's society who doesn't fit the beauty standards, who does believe that I can be shameless and bold and live my life within my own standards and create my own beauty standards and hopefully inspire other people and other girls like you who are watching to be unapologetic towards your looks, your career, anything that stands for you. Never apologize for it. Be shameless. Be bold and just continue and be yourself, and who cares what everyone says. And that's basically what I want to stand for, and that's what I want to inspire you to be, is just to be yourself and forget the rest. Just enjoy life, be happy, and love yourself. Because when you love yourself, everyone else really does follow. So that's my confidence story. It's basically a mixture of how to gain confidence yourself and how I gain confidence on my own. And once again, remember, confidence does not come easily. You have to work on it every single day so you can gain that confidence. And I just want to end this here and let you guys know that I really love you, and I really love that you guys take the time to watch my videos. You take the time to go onto my Instagram and like my outfits and tell me how much I inspire you and compliment me on my confidence. And I really appreciate everything. And I hope one day we can all be on the same page in society. Okay, bye. Love ya. Mwah.